It is the night before the crucifixion. Jesus has just washed his disciples' feet, predicted his own betrayal, told Peter he will deny him by morning. And in the middle of all that wait, Philip raises his hand and says 4 words. Show us the Father, and it is enough for us. 3 years of healings, miracles, late-night conversations, 5,000 people fed from a boy's lunch. And Philip still wants one more thing, a glimpse of God himself, just once, and he will never doubt again. Jesus' answer is not what anyone expects. Have I been with you so long and you still do not know me, Philip? Not anger, something closer to grief. Philip is not improvising. He is making the Moses request. Exodus 33:18. Moses says to God, "Please show me your glory." And God tells him plainly, "You cannot see my face, for man shall not see me and live." Moses is hidden in the cleft of a rock and allowed to see only God's back as his glory passes by. Even Israel's greatest prophet, the one who spoke with God face to face like a friend, could not survive the full unveiled vision. Jacob wrestled through the night and said, "I have seen God face to face, and yet my life has been delivered," as if survival itself were the surprise. Isaiah saw the throne room and cried out, "Woe is me, I am lost." This is the pattern Philip grew up on. God speaks, God acts. But the full, direct sight of his face is something a human being cannot survive. Show us the Father, and it is enough for us. Philip thinks he is asking for something small. He has no idea it has already been given to him. Whoever has seen me has seen the Father. Not, "I will arrange a vision." Not, "Wait, and one day you will see him." Already completed. 3 years completed. John 1:18 says no one has ever seen God, except the one at the Father's side who has made him known. The Greek word is exegesato, the root of our word exegesis. Jesus did not report on the Father from a distance. He explained him by being him, which means something staggering about every Old Testament encounter. The one Moses spoke with on the mountain, the one Jacob wrestled through the night, the one Isaiah saw enthroned. Many theologians understand these as appearances of the same person now sitting across the table from Philip. The glory that once required a rock and a veil now walking beside him in flesh that could be touched without anyone dying. God made himself survivable, and in becoming touchable, he became, to Philip and to many since, somehow harder to recognize than fire and cloud ever were. A glory cloud demands awe. A friend eating fish with you invites familiarity. And familiarity, Jesus is gently telling him, can become its own kind of blindness. Now think about what this actually means for understanding who God is. Every time Jesus touched a leper instead of recoiling, that is what the Father's hands do. Every time Jesus wept at Lazarus's tomb, even knowing he was about to raise him, those are the Father's tears for human grief, even grief that is about to be reversed. Every time Jesus said to a trembling, condemned woman, "Neither do I condemn you. Go, and from now on sin no more," that is the Father's voice toward the guilty. Every time Jesus was moved with compassion at the sight of a crowd, harassed and helpless like sheep without a shepherd, that is the Father's heart toward the lost and the overwhelmed. Every time Jesus took a child onto his lap and rebuked the disciples who tried to send the children away, that is the Father's posture toward the small and the overlooked. Philip wanted a separate revelation, something additional, something more dramatic than 3 years of ordinary, walking, eating, teaching presence. Jesus is telling him, there is no separate revelation. There was never going to be a second show. What you have already seen is the whole show. I am not pointing toward the Father from a distance. I am not a messenger carrying reports from somewhere else. I am in the Father, and the Father is in me. The works I do, he does. The words I say, he speaks through me. There is no gap between us for you to peer through and catch a glimpse of something more. This is the staggering claim sitting quietly inside a 30-second conversation in an upper room. God is not hidden behind Jesus. God is not better understood by bypassing Jesus. and looking for some unmediated, mystical experience. Every legitimate question about who God is it answered, settled, and revealed completely in the person who was sitting across the table from Philip the entire time. There is someone watching this who has spent years asking Philip's question, "Show me, God, where are you?" I have prayed, I have read, I have sat in services and lifted my hands and waited for the glory cloud, the burning bush, the unmistakable sign that would finally make faith feel certain instead of fragile. And the cloud has not come, the fire has not appeared, and the silence has felt like absence. Jesus' answer to that exact ache is not, "Wait longer, pray harder, do more." His answer is, "Look again at what you have already been given. Look at the Gospels. Look at how he treated the outcast, the ashamed, the sick, the grieving, the doubting. Look at how he responded to people exactly like you, asking exactly this question, in exactly this kind of darkness. That is not a sign pointing to the Father. That is the Father, wearing a face you can look at without dying, speaking in a voice you can hear without being undone, walking close enough to be touched, questioned, even doubted, and never once withdrawing in offense. You have not been left without a revelation. You have been given the only revelation that was ever survivable. Pray this, "Father, I have been asking for a sign when you already gave me a son. Forgive me for looking past what was already shown. Open my eyes to see you in the compassion of Jesus, in his patience with the doubting, in his nearness to the broken, in his refusal to condemn the ashamed. I do not need a cloud or a fire. I need to actually look at what I have already been given. Show me what I have already seen, and let it finally be enough. Amen." Share this with someone who has been asking, "Where is God?" without realizing the answer has already been written down, lived out, and offered freely. They may not need a new revelation. They may just need to look again at the one they already have. Tell me below, has there been a moment when you suddenly saw something in Jesus that helped you understand what God is actually like? Not a vision, not a sign, just a moment of recognition. Tell me about it, because someone reading your answer right now is still standing where Philip stood, looking right at the answer and asking to see something more.